Hello, once again to everybody. Before I post the writing assignment for Black Liberation Theology, there's some things I want to go over based upon my reading of your prior papers, specifically the second writing assignment regarding liberation theology from the Latin American context. Let me first of all say that overall the papers were pretty decent, and I've laid out in terms of how I gave you your grade, the categories. But some of you still need to work on certain areas. First and foremost, let me talk about plagiarism. A couple of you, I noticed, had quotes, things lifted either from the text without citation or things lifted from some Google website without citation, and you submitted it as your own words, your own work. If you have not noticed, the way I have these set up, you submit your papers via the link I provide. Also, I have SafeAssign activated to let me know if there are any problems with any of the papers. Now, some of the things that SafeAssign catches is quotes from books, but a lot of you did a good job of quoting or citing the material. But some of you had lifted things straight from Google. You may have changed a couple of words around. I don't know if you're trying to fool me or fool SafeAssign, but SafeAssign has a way of catching that kind of thing. Now, I'm going to let you know right now. Uh, as time goes on with the next papers, if I see any more papers where SafeAssign catches it, it's an automatic F. Uh, we're all at a point now at a master levels course whereby we should not be trying to submit somebody else's work or words as our own. So word to the wise. So please do your best. Please, sirs, please, ma'ams, do your best not to plagiarize like that. Second thing, citational sources. I've said that you should use Chicago manual style, or some of you may be more familiar with the idea of Kate Turabian. Well, Kate Turabian, she uses Chicago manual style. You need to make sure that you cite the material in a proper fashion. As for instance, some of you in citing the text by Boff and Boff, you continually kept giving me their names. If it's a work already cited, especially immediately before, you don't need to give me the name of the text again. You just need to say IBIT or op site, something along those lines. But if you look at Chicago manual style, you will find out exactly how to do that. Along the same lines, your bibliography page. There's a certain style and format for the bibliography page. And the bibliography page should be a separate page from the body of your paper. A separate page. It should not begin at the end of your final page and continue on. The bibliography should be a total and complete separate page. As I said, there's a format for that too. So again, check Chicago manual style or check Turabian. If you don't have the books, you can just check online. And that's something you're doing with the writing your papers. Check online, Chicago manual style, how to cite papers. Um, some other minor things: grammar, 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 sentence structure, sentence construction. Do not, please, do not try to wait until the last minute to write these papers where you're pressed for time and you're not doing a very good job of writing, whereby you're not giving yourself enough time to go back, reread the paper, or have somebody else read it to check for grammatical errors, to check for sentence construction errors, sentence fragments, one word paragraphs, things of that nature. Take your time to really um, write these papers. I try to give you enough time to do it so that you can have some time to go back and check it. Hence the reason I've delayed giving you this third writing assignment because I want to go over these things with you. So just make sure you do that. Another thing, is font. That is Times New Roman, Calibra, whatever the font may be. Be consistent in your font size, your font style. I noticed where some of you had one font in one part of your paper and another font in a separate part of your paper. You had different font sizes. Make sure that you consistently have one font. And if you are cutting and pasting from a previous paper that you may have done and you did a different font, make sure you check that it's the same font that you had before. Um, let's see what else I've written down that I've noticed. Mm, oh, word count. These papers, a minimum of 1,800 words. Now, that's not a hard line, but if you're giving me a paper with only 700 words for a 1,500 word paper, or only 1,000 words for 1,800 word paper, I'm going to count off of that. So you need to make sure that you are doing a careful analysis of the material so that you can get the word count up. Along those same lines, in terms of analyzing, answer the question that I asked. A couple of you gave me a long synopsis of liberation theology, the history of liberation theology. Well, that's well and good. I appreciate that. I thank you for that. But it did not answer the question that I asked. It was a critique of Boff and Boff text, the strengths and weaknesses of their argument, the practical and theological aspects of their argument. Please, sirs, please, ma'ams, answer the question that I asked. Don't answer a question that you want to answer. Do not answer the question that I did not ask. Answer the question that I did ask. Okay? Now I don't want to make it sound like I'm just going off on y'all. That's not my intent. But it is my intent to make you all cognizant of what you need to do to become critical thinkers along the lines of liberation theology. So now I will not be posting the next writing assignment until tomorrow. Today is April 26th, I believe. So tomorrow I'll be posting the third writing assignment, which will not be due until the end of next week. So keep that in mind. Um, if you have any questions, please email me because my office phone number for some reason is on the blink. It's not working. It's not. I can't even get a dial tone. So email me, and I'll do my best to email you back if you got any questions, either about the prior paper or about the upcoming papers or anything along those lines. All right. Thank you very much, sirs and ma'ams. Have a very great, wonderful day.